What's going on, my MS Gym family? Happy World MS Day 2018. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I know it's like 10 after. I got some tech issues with this iPad because I wanted to be able to show you some stuff to read, and usually it's backwards, and I had to fix it and align it and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully you guys can see me. I don't have anybody here to help me, so it's all good. But what's going on, you guys? I just wanted to come in and just like celebrate today with you guys. I know that there's some bittersweetness around this day. Like, yes, this is a day of recognition. Yes, the world is hearing about MS. The world is hearing about you guys and what's going on. The goal of World MS Day is to bring awareness to it. And but in my opinion, for me, like, this is an opportunity day, and this is also a milestone day, which we can work forward over the next year until next World MS Day, and show the world that MS truly can be counteracted. MS can truly be managed, and that people with MS can overcome it, live an awesome life, and that healing and change is possible. Okay? I think I'm in the right place here. I should be okay. So if I'm a little off on camera, what else? You're getting the message, so it's all good. But I just want to thank you guys for being here. Number one, your faith in me, your trust in me, and your confidence in me fire me up every single day. Like, I can't even really express the amount of gratitude and the amount of just hopefulness that I have, and the amount of just fire within me from all your posts, all your victories, all your challenges, the community that's building here, the successes that we're getting, and just the message that's being created from the MS Gym is something that's absolutely just phenomenal, right? So again, this is just like a big day for the MS community, but I kind of wanted to take a sec to just kind of let you know what today means to me. And I want to do that by telling you guys, like, why. I want to share quickly why I chose MS. Because with the skill set that I have, and with the experience that I have over, like, literally, like, it's like 20 years of working with people, I can work with a lot of different people. Like, my spectrum of who I've worked with is all the way from Olympic athletes, professional athletes, high level collegiate athletes, high school stud athletes, little kids, older people, orthopedic people, bariatric people, brain injury, Parkinson's, like a bunch of different populations. Because, like, this is my life. This is all I've ever focused on, is movement training and neurologic movement training, and really helping people find freedom through exercise. And like Ken and I were talking the other day, and it just kind of through conversation came up, is that I chose you because there's something unique about MS. And the thing is with MS, the downside of MS is it's not a quick path, right? And I don't mean, and when I'm going to talk about like the differences, right? So like cancer, for instance, and I'm not negating the severity of cancer by any means, or trying to, whatever, I'll just say this. So with cancer, when you find out that you have cancer, you have X amount of time to live, X amount of time to go through treatment. And basically when you're doing cancer treatments, I watched my mom go through this, is you literally, you take the treatments or you don't. You either get blasted with chemo and radiation or you don't. And you either have 4 months to live and you fight, and do everything possible medically and just rest and let your body take on that medicine. Or in addition to that, you take on nutrition and exercise, but a lot of times you can't even move and you feel so bad, you don't want to eat, you don't want to move, and there's not much you can do, right? So like with cancer, something that severe, like that can literally take your life. But the thing is with MS is that very few people actually die directly because of MS. Now, there are some things where most people die because they can't swallow anymore. Like, that's a big stinking deal. But for the most part, the torturous part of MS is that it's a slow erosion of who you are. It's a slow erosion of what you once were, and it's a slow erosion of the dreams that you have moving forward into the future. Like, it completely alters your plans for what you thought your life was going to turn out, or how your life was going to turn out. And the thing is that it's a constant tug of war. And that here's the interesting part about MS is, like let's say with Parkinson's, a lot of people are a lot older with Parkinson's. A lot of people that get Parkinson's have a lot of comorbidities like heart, bones, joint replacement. Yeah, they're just older individuals, right? You guys, a lot of the people with MS, you get hit in the prime of your life. So from 30 to like 50 is like median, like when you look at a curve, the median, like the most amount of people get MS and are living with MS are between 30 and 50. And so what happens is that it tortures you just enough to know that you're being tortured, but it also, the cruel part is it also like teases you and tempts you and be like, yeah, you could move. Yeah, you could do something about this, but you really don't want to. Yeah, you could probably fight back, but I'm stronger than you. Yeah, you could probably do something, but really this is progressive. Yeah, you could probably do nutrition and exercise, but really your doctor's told you you're going to end up in a wheelchair anyway, so what's the damn point? So the thing is that MS gives you, there's this slow erosion, but it also is an opportunity to actually create your own medicine and create your own treatment plan, which is exercise and movement. And that's what I specialize in. Like, research now is showing that movement training is just as effective as meds. So, like, movement training is not as effective as chemotherapy or radiation in taking out tumors. Like, it's just not. But when you have the opportunity where you have MS medication and movement and they're of equal power, you have a choice. You have an equal opportunity of choice. And my job on this planet is to give you this choice, to give you these tools, to train you to fight. And so you can look at MS and be like, nope, I don't need the meds, or I need smaller doses of those meds, or I'm going to use those meds in combination with all this other movement training because I'm going to train my brain to use those medications as a tool and as a helper to help me move better so eventually I can come down off of those a little bit and kick you in the teeth, MS. So you guys have the opportunity to still fight because you're still young enough, you're still strong enough, and MS wants to take its sweet time taking you out. Well, guess what? We're going to outrun and outfight and out-strengthen and out-strategize around MS. He thinks he's going to take his time, but we move faster than his like slow long-term plan. That's why I chose you guys. Because the MS people that I've worked on in the past, the way that I train your brain, this neuroplastic movement training, is so freaking effective that people literally just started to get their life back over the past 15, 20 years of working with MS individuals, and it just fires me up. So my job on this planet is to create the biggest and the most comprehensive and the easiest to use platform on the planet for movement, mindset, and education for you guys. My second role is to be an advocate for you and to go out and fight for you, research for you, educate myself for you so that I can bring everything back that you need to help you live and succeed better. That's my job. And that's my job as a practitioner, is to create the platform, bring you the information, and give you the awesome programs. But then the third thing is to build a community and a family that stands united as one army with one vision that says we can overcome MS. We're not going to cure it. No, there is no cure for it because MS is so individualized, it's hard to figure out what direction to even take. And the causes of demyelination vary so much. But guess what? As an army, we know that movement and mindset and education can help you. And so therefore, we're going to march together with one voice and one dream as one team and crush this. And build a community that is so powerful and so positive and so encouraging that it doesn't matter where you start, how you're struggling, what your symptoms are. We've been there, we've done that. We accept the fact that there's bad days and good days. We have victory stories to show that you guys can actually rise up and overcome MS and start to get your life back. And when you have a rough day, you're going to have 3 people picking you up and just carrying you where you need to go. That's my role in this planning. Because here's the thing, you guys, like, there is hope. MS is not a hopeless condition. There is hope. There is victory. This can be done. And that's what I'm talking about, is the MS Gym is the largest and most comprehensive platform on the planet for you. That's my mission. My mission is to give you everything you need to heal. Everything you need to restore your life. Everything you need to become, to restore your roles as a parent, as a spouse, as a teacher, as a volunteer, as an employee, as an athlete, as a traveler, as you. We want to restore you to being the you that you always know that you can be, because, like I said the other day, remember who you are. Tap into your soul. Search your heart. You were given your own uniqueness for a reason, so let's clear out all the junk, create a vehicle for you to get in and drive, but you're still in the car. I'm just building the vehicle for you to drive. You're in charge. You're your own best advocate. You're your own doctor. You're your own medical practitioner. You have control to be your best advocate. You have control and influence over the path that your life takes. That's my message. So we will rise up and we will bring that flag and that message to the rest of the MS world and change the narrative from one of despair, discouragement, hope, and hopelessness and disappointment to one of hope, encouragement, love, direction, education, empowerment, and victory. And all of that is fueled by love of this community that we're creating right now. So let's talk about the MS Gym, all right? I want to talk about where we are. I want to talk about where we're going, because I want you to then decide and have this information for you to decide then what do you want to do with it? What do you want to do with it? All right? So let's talk about the free group first, right? The free group in the MS Gym is going nowhere. We are here to stay. I love the free group, and I'm going to continue to be the largest and most comprehensive platform for free resources for movement and mindset and education on the internet for MSers. Period. That is what we're doing. And so here, I do talk a lot about the membership. And we will get into the membership pretty in-depth later in this presentation, or in this, video, whatever we're doing right now, in this event, in this party. But the reason why the membership is so important is because it is your best plan to get to your victory story. It is your best plan to get your life back. It is your best plan to get to restore your life. Because number one, you have comprehensive programs that are already done for you, organized for you, and structured in a way that legitimately, based on science, trains your brain to work better. The second thing is you have access to me as your coach on a daily basis. So if you run into problems exercising, you just type it in and say, yo, man, I need help. And I'm like, yo, man, here's your answer. So you got coaching. And then the other benefit of the membership is the Members Corner, where you can go into this group and you can post. And you can put up your victories, and you can tell people when you're struggling, and you can put up things that you're doing and things that are working and videos that you've done, and have like an entire family of people cheering you on, picking you up, encouraging you, getting through your rough days. And that is where I get to come on and do some really cool stuff in the Members Corner, because that's what you're here for. So there's some stuff in the membership that will be exclusive to the membership. And I want to be honest, this is my livelihood now. I literally went from a 45 to 55 hour a week movement practice, and I've literally delegated a lot of those clients out to Holly, or gave them programs to go out on their own, because I'm that committed to you. I literally walked away from a 6-figure practice so that I could put my attention fully on you. So the membership for $1 a day, and you get all of me, where a lot of my clients were paying close to $90 a session. You guys get me for $1 a day, and this is supporting my livelihood. I have 3 girls at home. I have a wife at home. And so we need to support them. I need a place to live. I need food to eat, right? And the other thing is that the more people that we have in the membership, the more crazy, awesome, amazing things I can then pour resources back into to make your MS Gym even better. With staff and software and technology and all kinds of stuff. Conferences and me showing up at your door and being like, here, let's roll. Whatever. Resources make it happen. So the thing is with the free group, I want to go back to that, is that it's not going anywhere, right? So let's talk about the stuff that is staying, right? The free group is important because it gets you started. It starts to get you results. It starts to build you relationships. And then at that point, once you have results, or once you get started, right? Once you get results and once you start to build relationships and trust me, then you're like, you know what? It just is a natural progression that you're going to want more. When you start to see that exercise works for you and that you start to feel better and that you start to be like, you know what? I can move better. I have more energy. My brain feels clear. My bladder feels better. My eyesight's better. My neck pain isn't as bad. I actually can pick up my foot. I feel like I can balance better. I feel like I can get through my day better. What else can I do? When you get to the what else can I do question, or how can I take this deeper question, or you know what, this works for me, I want more, I want a higher dose of these movement medications you're talking about, that is when you are ready to join the membership. Some of you are going to come in here and nail it and be like, dude, I want it all. I'm all in, full time. I want to get better as fast as possible. Great. Some of you are going to tinker around a little bit, try to figure out how to fit in exercise in your life, try to figure out how to become that person, and you're gonna play around in the free group for a while, and then do 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, whatever down the road. You're then going to decide, okay, I'm ready, and that's cool, whatever. So while you're in the free group, you're going to have access to Motivation Monday with me, mindset training. You're going to have access to Misty Moments, where she's basically like lifestyle training you. Like I'm more on a coaching vibe, Misty's more on a heart vibe. But at the end of the day, both of our messages are, this stuff works, movement is powerful, mindset is powerful, how you frame your life and structure your life is powerful. And what's your choice? What are you going to choose to do with it? All right? And then the other thing is that I'm going to, in the free guide, or the free group, the free Facebook group, is we're going to continue with the daily exercises. So the daily exercises are where I come on every single day and I help you guys out. And we talk about different movement topics and we rock this. Okay? Hold on just a second. I just got to check something. Okay, good. So where we get in and where we talk about the daily exercises. I had to check to see if I had any texts to make sure that everything's coming on film all right. So anyway, but the daily exercises are they're gonna start changing a little bit, because what I realized a couple weeks ago is like over the past year, we just celebrated our year anniversary in this same month on May 15th. Over the past year, like there's been some awesome stuff that I put up. There's been some awesome circuits that I put up. There's been a lot of like my best stuff has already been put in the free group. And for those of you that just joined, which we kind of were like grow. We keep adding hundreds of people a week. You've missed out on some of my best work. You missed out on some of my best videos. So I'm going to start redoing those. I'm going to start refilming those. I'm going to start updating those. And now that we've been in this for a year, some of the exercises that we did before that were effective, I may tweak those, or I'm going to tweak those a little bit and make them even better. Because like some of our superstars, actually all of our superstars that are in the membership right now that are just crushing it, they all started in the free group. They all started with me at the beginning. They all grew with me as I grew as a practitioner. They all grew with me as I grew as your coach. Right? And so the same movement stuff that they did, I want you to be able to do as well. So I'm going to recreate that path for you so that you can follow it just like they did, so that you can end up victorious just like they are. And so that is what I'm going to start doing in the free group, because I'm going to go back to the fundamentals, and I don't want you to miss a single freaking thing. Now, in that free group, you also are going to get updated exercise guides. So I offer a ton of free exercise guides, which if you go to themsgym.com, you can get those exercise guides. You just click on the bright orange button that says download your free exercise guides and you got it. But I'm going to update those. So because as I've been practicing with you guys, I've noticed that certain things work better. So I'm going to update those. Just like the hip flexor one that I just did. I put that out like last fall, and then we updated it, and people are like, boom! Oh my gosh, this is so much better. This is great. The first one was awesome. This is phenomenal. I want to do that with every single free exercise guide we have. So I'm going to update those. Second thing is buddy groups. If you're not in a buddy group, you don't have to be a member, a paying member, to be in a buddy group. You just be a buddy group, right? Jody Feltham has created an awesome program with Misty, and they're developing this so that you can find people around you that you can communicate with, be accountable with, exercise with, talk to, share your struggles with in a more intimate setting of 5 or 6 people so that you have your crew. So if Jody's watching this, and I know she is, she can put up the link to those buddy groups. Go to that link, send Jody an email, say I need a buddy group, and she'll get you hooked up. The other thing that's coming to this free group this summer is we're going to be launching the MS Gym magazine. We're going to have a magazine, a true electronic magazine that is going to have articles and tips and all kinds of stuff from different contributors, including myself, Holly, Misty, V, Dr. Boster, maybe something else. Like it's going to be a great collection from professionals and from you guys. I want you to tell your stories. There's going to be spotlights in there. You're going to hear from your fellow MS Gym family members, and that's coming out to you guys. The first edition is coming out to you guys. The other thing that's happening in the free group is we're going to continue to do Faces of the MS Gym, because I want you guys to know that this is real. I can tell you all day long, hey, look at this person. They did this awesome thing. That's great. But what's better is that when you hear it from their point of view, you hear it from real MS Gymmers, what their struggles were, what they did, how they got through their rough days, and eventually what was their point in their path when they just decided that I needed to do more, and what that victory looked like. What have their victories looked like? What have their defeats looked like? What have they struggled with? What have they done really well with? So the Faces of the MS Gym is super important. And then lastly in the free group is that we're going to bring you an education series. Deeper education series, because I want you guys that are just starting, I want you guys that are just getting in here and trying to figure out if exercise is really as good as Trevor is saying right now. I want to bring you into my brain and explain to you what neuroplasticity is. I want to explain to you what neural pathways are, how motor planning works. How does exercise work? How do your muscles work? How do your joints work? Because if you're more educated about your body, you become a better advocate for yourself. And it's super important for me to educate you. So there's a ton of stuff coming to the free membership, you guys. Like if you're in the free group right now and you're like, I feel okay here, great. Let's pour into you. We ain't going anywhere. And when you're ready to take it up a notch, when you're really ready to be like, you know what? My husband needs his wife back. My kids need their parent back. I have a people to serve, but I got to be mobile to do it. I want to return to painting or writing or speaking. I want to go on that dream trip that my doctor said that I couldn't go on to Paris with my husband. We need this. We dreamed of it, and I want to give that back to him or my wife or her so that we can actually live out the things that we started out to do. When you're ready, the membership is what is waiting for you. But until then, check it out. Get ready get familiar with your body. Listen to me. Build trust in me. Let me give to you while you're trying to figure this out. Get some results. Get some small wins. And when you're ready, we're here. All right? So let's talk about the membership, because over the next the next, 2, 3, 6, 12 months, I'm going to be laser focused on expanding the membership and the offerings inside of there. So Ken put up a post last week about, Ken put up a post last week about asking you guys what you needed. Like the post literally said, help me, help you. So help us, you helped us, help you. And there were a ton of comments about how people love the membership. How they legitimately couldn't, it was the best investment they ever made. And they couldn't believe that for $1 a day, they're getting all this. For $1 a day, they get personalized coaching from me, which doesn't happen on online platforms. There's not another coach that I know of that gets in there daily and pours into his people daily and answers their questions daily and doesn't feel right if he leaves his day and doesn't answer everybody's questions. For $1 a day, you get customized programs. For $1 a day, you get an ever-growing library of exercises that the price won't go up because I add more stuff. Right? So for $1 a day, they were like, this is amazing. But it's not about the $1 a day value. Like, I can literally leave today and go kick it with my family in Fiji for the next 6 months, and the membership would still be producing ridiculous results. People would still be claiming massive victory over MS, and people would be getting their lives back without me adding a single new anything. But it's not about that. The membership is about you. The membership is my opportunity to give you what you need. The membership is about me constantly developing and refining and making the membership and your exercise program and your movement practice that much easier for you to design, use, reflect on, and celebrate, because that is what it's all about. I could create the most biomechanically perfect program on the planet, but if you don't use it, then what's the point? So it's not only about improving the programs and giving you more, it's about educating you and organizing them and putting them in a way that are easy for you to use, follow, and know where to start, what dose to use, and how far you can actually take this. So it's all about what you need, what you want, and filling that gap in between what we currently have and what you guys need. So that's what that post did for me. It literally gave me 400 responses to figure out what it is that you need. How can I make this better? And so what I want to do with you right now, we took all those responses and we put them into categories. 10 categories. And so what I want to do right now is tell you what the game plan is in order to address all those 10 categories and what's coming to you in your MS Gym membership that will fulfill the needs of those 10 categories. Okay? So the first one that we got right here, okay, is number one is personal attention and customization. So we're going to do this in 2 different ways. Okay? So the first thing is virtual training. Okay? So virtual training, you guys saw that last week we launched the small group training with Holly. Virtual training is going to give you the opportunity to get an expert's eyes on you, Holly, who is trained by me, to watch you move, give you feedback, and then literally tell you your exact movement prescription of what core program you're supposed to do, what companion guide you're supposed to do for the next week. And then you meet every week for 6 weeks so that by the end of 6 weeks you legitimately have your own exercise prescription, your own movement prescription. So that's what we're doing with virtuals, all right? And we talked about virtuals. There's going to be, I'll go through this down the line. There's going to be opportunities to get one-on-one attention from me and from Holly both. But we'll talk about that down the road. The second thing for this personal attention and customization is the MOC. I'm going to be in the members corner more. And we're going to do this through 3 different things. I'm going to be adding some new features. These are on a weekly basis. So tea time, movement meds, and then Q&A, live Q&As. So we talked about doing tea time before, and I've done it a couple times, and it was a raving success. Tea time is going to be where I get in and I pour into you more. We dive deeper into mindset. We dive deeper into lifestyle. We dive deeper into motivation, and we talk about the struggles that can happen as you're going along building your movement and mindset practice. And we're going to talk about the education you need. I'm going to address the struggles that you guys are going through, and it's just more coaching from me. You get your own personalized Motivation Monday with Tea Time. The second thing is movement meds. So I've tried this out too, and there was a ton of success from movement meds. From the coaches' comments in Kajabi, our software system, I'm constantly watching and seeing what you guys need. What exercises you're struggling with, what modifications need to be made, what people need. And so with movement meds, I'm going to jump on 1 time a week. It's going to be a set time, just like tea time, either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. We'll figure it out. We'll give you an exact time that I'm going to be on for tea time, an exact time that I'm going to be on for movement meds, so that I can answer your questions. My goal is to answer like the top 2 or 3 things that people are struggling that week in the coaching comments so that I can help you out. Okay? And then Q&A. This is a really cool thing. Every week in the Members Corner, I'm going to do a live Q&A. So I'm going to have you guys submit questions to me, and then I'm going to get on, and I'm going to, on video, and I'm going to answer your questions. Because what we found is that in the coaching comments, people are getting a lot out of my written responses, but there's nothing like watching me move and watching me, show you what my leg keeps lifting like this. Well, what do I do about that? What exercise does that? How can I correct that? So the power of video is there, and I want to give that to you guys. All right? So that's how that's going to improve. So bucket number 2 is more direction. People are like, I love this stuff. There's so much of it, though, and it's going to keep growing. Like, what do I do? Well, what I'm working on behind the scenes, and I kind of started a couple months ago, is working on a movement prescription guide where you legitimately will go. I don't even know why I keep saying legitimately. You will have the opportunity to go in and look at a document, and it will say, if you have circumduction gait plus foot drop, here's the core program you need to do, and here are the companion guides you need to do. I have bladder issues. Here's the core program you need to do. Here's the companion guide you need to do. I have balance issues. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Foot drop. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Weak core. Da-da-da, da-da-da. So that's what I'm doing. As your practitioner, as your coach, that is what I'm good at, is programming and writing movement prescriptions. So I'm going to give you more of that. Number 3 is accountability, support, and motivation. So we have a lot of stuff for that, right? We have the buddy groups, which I just talked about. You need to get into your buddy group. There's no perfect buddy group in a perfect location with the perfect people. You just need to connect in with someone and rock it out. The second thing is Members Corner. If you have not gotten in the Members Corner, you guys, just go check it out. I know some of you are pretty private and you kind of like lurk around and you're not a Facebook person, but I can tell you what, when you put up your first post and tell someone that you're struggling and you're having a rough day, and you have 50 people jump on and be like, I felt like that too, I'm here for you, here's what I did, this really worked, Trevor told me this, try this out, that's a pretty cool feeling. The other thing is when you have a victory. Oh my gosh, dude, I just tied my shoes for the first time. I shaved my legs in the shower. I put my pants on standing up. You're going to have like 50 people jump in and celebrate with you because we understand how big of a deal that is. Where most of the rest of the world takes that for granted. So the Members Corner is like literally the most amazing group of people on the freaking planet. And I wish that there was more positivity and encouragement and love and acceptance and just power like that in the rest of the world. But we'll start with us. We'll start with the Members Corner. So jump in. The other thing is Accountability Friday. Ken puts up accountability posts that say, how many times did you work out this week? So it just keeps you accountable. And there's no judgment. If you have 2 out of 6 days or you got 6 out of 6 days, cool, you moved. All or something versus all or nothing. You just did all or you did something. That's it. But you don't want to do nothing. You don't want to show up there with a 0. And if you show up there with a 0, tell us why. And I guarantee you'll get support and help and encouragement. All right? So the other thing is, what is this? Check-ins. So we're going to start talking to our moderators, and we're going to have some of our team members check in with you. We can see if you're using your membership or not. We can see if you made it partway through a program and then stopped. We can see if you've completed certain things. And if we get in there and see that you're not doing so hot, we're not going to hunt you down and be like, why aren't you doing your exercises? It's more like, well, how can we help you? I guarantee you there's a solution that you need. If it's too much, I'm creating programs for that. If you're just really struggling with like spasticity, there's going to be a program for that. If you're really struggling and foot drop consumes your world, there's programs for that. But we'll be able to check in with you so you know you always have someone as a teammate and a coach helping you out. This is all about a treatment and support team, not you being handed a bunch of exercises and being like, yeah, figure it out. Because that's what the traditional medical model does. That's what traditional PT does, is you go, you do your thing, here's your exercises, have a nice life. We're not about that. We do life together, we fail together, we succeed together, we struggle together, and we claim victory together. All right? And then podcasts. If you guys need more motivation, Fran Shea has been amazing and has put our podcast up, on iTunes, and then also on a website called Podbean, B-E-A-N. So if Fran is on this, she can put up the links for that, or if any of you other guys know, put up the links for that podcast. Because then you can literally listen to it in your headphones, while you're working out, while you're in your car, whatever it might be, if you need some motivation. Because here's the thing, if you're not putting positive things in your head, you're probably getting negative things in your head. So you've got to constantly fill yourself with positivity. All right? Okay, so that's 1, 2, and 3. Here we go. 4, 5, 6. Number 4 issue was overwhelm. Okay? I get this one. Like, I created the MS Gym so that you wouldn't be overwhelmed by MS. But I don't want your exercise program to be overwhelming at all. I get it. The last thing I want is for you to be overwhelmed going into the membership and being like, what the heck do I do? So what I'm going to be doing here, and what the comments let us do from Ken's Help Me Help You, is it really let us know we knew this, but it just confirmed that there's such a big spectrum of where people are when they enter this program. They could be completely dependent on a chair. They could be kind of in a chair, out of a chair. They could be on a wheelie walker but not knowing how to walk. They could be trying to figure out how to do trekking poles but just don't have the balance. They could be working out but they keep getting hit with spasticity and foot drop. They could be ready for a 5K. I don't know. But there's this entire spectrum of person, and I don't want to focus just on one spectrum. I want everybody and anybody who has MS or a neurologic condition that can exercise to come in and be able to get plugged in somewhere along that spectrum, because there's a program for that. It's all about minimum effective dose to meet the demands placed on you to allow you to change, get better, and improve. And when I created these initial core programs, I did it because these are the people that were like, dude, I want to go. I want to get better. Give me it. So I created these comprehensive 6-week programs. That workouts are between 30 and sometimes 60 minutes. Because science says you need that much exercise in order to create a specific response. So based on science, that's how those core programs that are currently in the membership are created. However, I understand as well that too much, like if you look at a program, you're like, oh my gosh, how am I going to fit in 60 minutes? How am I going to fit in 45 minutes? I have 2 kids. I have to cook them dinner and get them to school, and I have a job, and I have this, and I have that, or whatever. That 45 minutes may legitimately become a threat to your brain, and that may mean that you're not exercising because it's too much. So what I'm going to be creating is BGB Bootcamp. So what's going to be coming to you guys in the coming months is an actual 6-week BGB Bootcamp where you can start, and there's shorter workouts that cover the general fundamentals of movement and prepare your brain and you for more exercise. So that once you get through that 6 weeks and you're like, dude, I feel so much better. Dude, I'm working out 30 minutes a day and I just want to do more. I wish there was more. I'm repeating these BGB boot camps twice in a day because they make me feel that much better. Where do I go from here? You go to the core programs. You go to the companion guides. You tap into the coaching and you ask me, what do I do next? And then we progress you to that next higher dose. But it also gives those people who are ready to just go all in, full time. I'm ready. I'm at a place in my life where I'm super disgusted and I cannot take this anymore. We go right into the core programs because the BGB Bootcamp elements, the fundamentals, are in the core programs already. It's just that the BGB Bootcamp covers them in more of a general fundamental concept where the core programs and the companion guides dive more into the specifics. And I will help you put that together. All right? Now, virtuals. So number 5, people were asking about how do we get virtual training? How do I get your eyes on me? Well, we talked about the movement mastermind groups, which are starting next Tuesday. The first round of groups are already sold out. I heard from Holly today. She's going to see how the groups go next week, but she wants to add more already because she's so fired up. So there's going to be more opportunities to get into that small group, get Holly's eyes on you. And here's the cool part about those small groups. Holly and I are going to meet every week to talk about what's going on with you guys. So if Holly gets stuck on something or I need to get in the mix, I will. And I'll be able to coach Holly to then coach you and bring your answers back to you. So you do have me. I'm just more in that physician role. Holly's more in the physician assistant role where she's carrying out those treatments and I'm advising and kind of assessing and giving the plan of attack. Now, there will be more opportunities coming down the road to have one-on-ones with Holly. To sit down with her, tell her your story, have her watch you move, and then have her direct you to the right movement prescription. What program up here is right for you? What dose is right for you? Where to start based on what your lifestyle will allow for, your brain will allow for, and your body will allow for. And then in 2019, like I talked about last week, there's going to be more opportunities to be with me. I'm actually working on over the next 6 months really refining my assessment procedures so that I can get down to the very, very minute pieces of your nervous system, like your eyes and your inner ear and your vestibular system as a whole and your cerebellum and your spinal cord, and really, really hone in. And there's going to be a lot more opportunities to get with me and literally knock out one thing at a time in your body to help you improve. But that won't be till the beginning of 2019. Right now, virtuals are your small groups are the best way to go. Okay? You guys good? Lots of stuff. I told you. We got an answer for everything. All right. So number 6, modifications and techniques. So we already talked about the fact that you can ask how to modify or how to improve technique or how to do an exercise better or how to add or subtract something from a workout, what companion guides to use to help you perform better in the coaching comments in your membership, which is Kajabi is our software. We're going to be answering a lot of that stuff in our Movement Med videos that's going to be coming to the MOC and in your live Q&A. So these things are already going to be addressed. However, but wait, there's more. We're also going to be doing an exercise roundup on weekends. And this is where we're going to have some of your veteran MS gymmers who have been there, done that, get in there. We're going to put a post up. You guys are going to be able to put in your questions. And then these veteran MS gym superstars are going to be able to get in and answer your questions because they struggled through the same thing. And I want them to share with you how they actually did things, what they used for a modification. Like Claire has a funky arm. What has she done to be able to do some of the exercises that I recommend? How has she retrained her arm? Because it is improving. It is getting better. So this arm that literally just hung over here to the side, she's now able to push with it. She's now able to lift with it. She's now able to hold her body weight up with it. So she's someone that we'll probably have on there. So you get to hear from them. Okay? So this will all be taken care of. Number 7 are complex issues. There's many people that have written into Ken and I and been like, well, my case is so unique. I have so many things going on. I have this and that and this and that. It's mixed with that. And then this happened and this happened. And da, 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 da. It may not just be MS with you. You may have broken your hip. You may have had a severed hip flexor. You may have had multiple car accidents. You may have a brain injury. You may have osteoporosis. You've gone through cancer treatments and that messed up your bone density or whatever the heck it might be. Is that what we're going to do is that once a month, we're going to be doing a live one-on-one with me as a group. Where again, you're going to write in. We're going to see the questions. They're going to be collected. I'm going to see them. I'm going to figure out what the theme is for today, and we're going to answer those one by one. Because I know that if one of you have a question about a unique case, there's probably 20 to 30 other people that have that unique case. Bladder issues, incontinence issues, bowel issues, jaw issues, throat issues, whatever it might be. So again, this is all coming. This isn't going to happen immediately, but that's coming. And then number 8 is really cool. We're going to talk about MS life hacks. So a lot of you guys wrote in and you're like, I love the exercises. I'm rocking it. But I want to know, hold on. Hold on, I gotta get water. All right, everybody take a hydration break. Woo! I think a bug flew in my lungs. All right. So people were writing in, and they were wanting to know, the exercises are good, and I feel good when I exercise, but I want to know how to do things in my life better. I want to know how to do my activities of daily living better. So, how do I do laundry? How do I transfer clothes from the washer to the dryer? How do I maintain BGB when I cook? How do I get in and out of a car? I did a video in the the free group about climbing stairs. How do I get out of my bed? How do I get off the toilet? How do I carry a trash bag? How do I pick something up? How do I reach for something? The cool part is I have an answer for all that. So we're going to set this up kind of like an on-demand, like an on-demand category like Netflix, and either myself or Holly or maybe one of our superstars is going to put up a video of, this is how you do this daily activity skill. This is how you do this life skill. And then if you need it, it's there. If you all of a sudden are like, you know what, I don't know how to use a shovel, and I kind of want to work on my garden, that'll be in there. How do I sit and work on my flowers and not have my back go out? That'll be in there. How do I cook and stand at the sink washing dishes and not have my body just fall apart? That'll be in there. So you guys will let us know what you need, and then we create it. Woo! That was a good joke. All right, check it out. All right, number 9, we're almost done. Core programs. So you guys know that I'm going to constantly be evolving and growing the MS Gym. Now, I've told you guys that there's a band resistance program coming out. Well, in fact, there's 2 band resistance programs coming out. One is going to be for people who can stand, and the other is going to be strength training in a chair. Because I wanted to create a strength training program for everybody. I didn't want it just to be limited to people who can stand on their own 2 feet. Every single program is going to use bands, and every single program is going to use body weight. And before you guys ask, I will start to create some pages, an equipment list page, so you know exactly where to get your stuff. What bands do I need? It's on there. What foam rollers do I need? They're on there. What lacrosse balls do I need? They're going to be on there. So I'm going to create that as well. So you guys are going to have, resistance training program and strength training program that we're going to be calling Moving Strong. So thank you for your votes. It's going to be called Moving Strong. 1 edition standing, 1 edition sitting. So even if you are going through a flare-up or relapse and you still want to keep strong, you just use a lighter band and rock through these workouts and you're like, I still exercised. Think about you guys. That's why we're creating this. That is why I've been so consumed with filming and editing, and you guys aren't seeing me quite as much, because this is what I'm doing. Look at this. These pages go all the way down there, and there's probably going to be another row up here from the sitting. We just started filming the sitting program yesterday, and it's awesome. It's awesome. You guys are going to get strong, baby. And other people have asked for certain things. So they want training on spasticity, a program for that. I'm going to create an on-demand program for that as well. Cardio. People want cardiovascular training either from a chair or on their feet. That's coming. That's one of Holly's passions, is like, how do you create cardio and flow, kind of yoga-y flow things in a chair? She's really good at that. She's going to help me. Weights, dumbbells, that's coming too. So this second part of the strength training, the Moving Strong programs, are going to be dumbbells, okay? These bad boys, how do you use these? I have like 500,000 million exercises with weights and bands, all right? And then yoga and balance. I'm going to redo the balance programs and come up with something really cool for like kind of a yoga balance, eye, brain, gym kind of thing, or eye, ear, balance, gym kind of thing that combines some new things that I'm learning with some stuff that I already know is effective. We're going to be even better on that. So that's all coming. Told you I got something for everybody. And then technology was the last thing. Now, some people wrote in, they're like, can we have a favorites button? Or can we have a check? Can we have our program start over? Or can I see all the comments that Trevor wrote? Can I see every comment and every reply? And some of those things are in our control, and a lot of them are not. We do have a direct line of access to the software developers for Kajabi, which is what the membership is hosted on. And they're assuring us that they're doing what they need to and what they can to improve your membership site. But again, you guys, I did a ton of research, and I invested a significant amount of money to host everything on Kajabi because it was the most user-friendly program for the MS Brain. It's very clean, it's very A to B, very linear, and there's not a lot of steps. There's other websites out there, but they're pretty confusing on how things go, and it's really hard to organize and create courses and programs the way that my brain works. So Kajabi was the best fit for me, and I knew it was going to be the best fit for you. So we're working on that, and we'll give you updates as we improve. And last but not least, education, right? Education. So that's education, all right? You know how much of a student I am and how much of a geek I am, and I love to get on camera and tell you guys all about the brain and the nervous system and the human movement system. So coming up in the membership, we're going to have new master classes come up that are more advanced than the free group. Because some of the stuff that I'm going to talk about in the master classes in the membership, if I talked about it to some of you guys in the free group, it's like, woo, way overwhelmed. Right? So we're going to break it down into more digestible pieces, and we're going to go into more like some higher level education, some graduate level education, and some doctorate level education for movement and brain science and all that kind of stuff. That's coming to the membership. I also am going to bring on some more special guests. Like I'm going to be doing another one of these videos this afternoon in the free group with V from Paleo Boss Lady talking about how to biohack your life. What little things you can do to shortcut your progress, speed up your progress. We're going to be talking later. And then I want to bring on other special guests. There's some physicians we're talking to. There's some other specialists that we're talking to. There's some lifestyle people that we're talking to that I want to bring into the Members Corner as well and help them give you some insight. And the reason that they're coming into the membership is because ultimately what I'm going to always guide you back to is a program in the membership. The exercises in the free group are good. However, they're going to be a little bit more randomized based on what I feel people need. Where in the membership, everything is strategically set up in categories and will meet your needs. And you basically, I'm just going to plug you into a core program, and I'm going to add a companion guide here and there. I'm going to plug you into BGB Bootcamp, maybe add a companion guide, or maybe you just do the 6 weeks. And then we start creating a movement prescription for you. But I cannot do that in the free group because we can't organize it like that. And nor do I want to. Everything is organized in the membership for you the way it is, and it's your best move. All right? So as you guys can see, there's a lot of work that went into today. There's a lot of work behind the scenes that Geeko Ken is thinking about, our moderators have given us feedback on, and Geeko Trevor is ready to create and give to you from an exercise and education and mindset and neurologic and neuroplastic angle, right? So that's what we do. So I hope you guys have kept your attention. I hope you guys are excited about all this stuff. Again, this isn't happening in the next 2 weeks, but this will happen over the next few months, right? By the time 2019 hits, a lot of this stuff you're going to have access to. A lot of this stuff you're going to be rolling with. And a lot of this stuff we're going to bring more people into this vehicle because it is the best vehicle for you to get what you need, to get the exercises you need, to get the structure you need, to get the results that you need, to get the coaching you need, and to get the community that you need to support you on your good days and your bad days, through your struggles, through your victories, and knowing that we all as one group are walking together, united, and ready to rock and roll. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. We're ready to peace out. I guess that's it for today. So I want you guys to celebrate World MS Day. And I want you to celebrate 2 things. Number 1, celebrate you. Celebrate you that you're here, you haven't given up, and you are going to keep marching forward, seeking to counteract MS and seeking to restore your life, get your dreams back, hunt them down, and live the life that you want. And I want you to celebrate you, that you're choosing to take the steps to actually improve and not succumb to the negative lies and voices out there telling you that you can't get better and telling you that MS is going to take your world down. It's not. The second thing that I want you to celebrate is that there's a bunch of people out there that still need help, but they now have a solution. They now have a program. They now have a plan. They now have free resources. They now have a group. They now have a coach. They now have a leadership team. They now have a moderator team. They now have veterans helping them out. They have a community to help them out. They have someone who is so fired up about the MS community that I can't even stand it. Because I tell you what, I met with Biogen last year to talk about doing some programs with them, and which I might still do, but they literally, I was on their panel, it was a panel of people interviewing me, and they're like, we have never been around someone so excited about MS, about helping people with MS. And I'm like, welcome to the revolution, baby, because that's what I'm all about. So celebrate you. Celebrate your MS Gym family members that are getting success and finding victory and freedom. And then celebrate the fact that the MSers of this world, no matter what country you're in, have someone out here and someone with you guys that will light up the shadows, that will negate the lies, that will climb the mountains, and that will literally kick down the walls to find them. Because I will not leave this planet until I get to you, until I get to them. I don't want to leave anyone behind that wants help. That's what you guys are part of. You guys getting started with that free group, that free Facebook group, and then taking the steps to do what it is that you need to do to restore your life, and investing in yourself by joining the membership and really seeing what your body can do and really wanting to experience the power of the healing inside of you. You guys are creating a movement. You guys are creating a revolution. You guys are creating a new story. You guys are writing a new story, and you're creating a new dialogue, a new narrative, and a new voice for the MS community. You guys are changing the MS world right now. Right now. By watching this, by getting excited about all this, by listening to me, by trusting me, by being with me, by listening to me, and by trusting the things that I'm bringing to you and doing them. We're changing the narrative, you guys. We are changing the message. We are changing the voice of MS from one of darkness, discouragement, and despair to one of light, love, and victory. And you guys are a part of that. I love you so much. There's not even a word. If you could feel what my heart feels when I think about you guys, that's the only way that you would truly understand what you all mean to me. You are my family. And beside Misty and my 3 little girls, you guys are my life. It goes, God, my girls, you guys. You guys are my life. And I love you. So keep rolling, keep rocking, keep getting fired up, and I just look forward to amazing things coming down the road, because I am here for you. I hear you. My team hears you. The leadership hears you, and we will meet your needs. All right? So keep moving. Keep thinking right. Keep doing good things to your body. Keep trying to figure out how to make space for your life to heal, and realize that MS does not have a voice in here. MS cannot out-strategize in here. I am faster than MS is, and we as a group are stronger than anything that you've heard and anything that you will hear. So you guys are awesome. I love you. Happy World MS Day. Happy MS Gym Day. Let's do this. Let's rock and roll. Talk to you guys later.